fellow traders, 'tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, October the 17th, the year's 2025. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap-up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, have your risk management in place so you never lose more than you're willing to lose on a trade or during a trading session. And we've been talking about brain management. So remember, pain doesn't come from the market. It comes from your reaction to the market. So taking a look at the weekly, all those gaps have filled. Remember, I think it was Wednesday. There were still some gaps that had not filled, but we've got filled across the board. Right now, the pound is 90 pips above the weekly open, 39 off that weekly high, and 184 off the low. If we zoom out to the month, you can see we're just 11 pips below the monthly open, 94 off the high now, and 185 off the low, 94 off that high. And you can see we are still in that lower wick zone from the previous month. If we drop down to the day, notice we broke out of the opening range for the week to the upside on Wednesday. It's now Friday. We penetrated into the opening range for the month. Right now, as I speak, we are 1 pip below the low of that opening range. For the year, 922 pips above the yearly open, 357 off the high, and 1333 off the yearly low. And we had an inside bar 4 days ago. We broke out of that on Wednesday, and we broke into the weekly inside bar range from 2 weeks ago, and we are still right in that range. There wasn't too much inside bar action today. Today's range for the pound's 80 pips. Let's see, the winner here for the range is the Euro Australian dollar at 213, and the pound Australian's coming in second at 209. The dollar yen put in a respectable 121 pips of range. But once again, the pound's slacking at just 80 pips. And we're right around that daily open within a pip. As you can see from the day, we shot up through the buy zone a couple of times. We shot through the sell zone a couple of times. And right now, like I say, we're right back to that daily open. And let's see, it doesn't look like the red rats actually got the feast, because there probably wasn't enough range at that time. Or maybe there was. It looks like there might have been 50 pips of, let's see, 40 pips of range. I don't know if that's going to be large enough, but we do have large enough right now, and the green rats have feasted. And notice here, this low of the day now is sitting at the edge of the rat zone at that time. So green rats would have been probably just taking some profit here. Bambino Flex said to go long near the pivot, or actually it just said to look for longs, not necessarily near the pivot, but the pivot trading plan said to go long near the pivot. And the first time it doesn't look like it would have paid off, but the next couple of times it looks like there was pips to be had. And as you can see, bias short when we're near R1, and waiting for it to come back through R1 would have paid off nicely. So once again, simple plans, no thought involved really, just follow the plan. Okay, we've taken out the weekly pivot, we've taken out that monthly, and we took out our day today. But Thursday, Friday, we missed pivots. So right now we're sitting at 2 missed pivots for the month of October. in and out of that upper wick zone on both sides, and then in and out of the lower to the north, crossing that previous mid a few times also. And let's see, as far as the range goes, 223 so far, 66 percentile, 5 pips off of what happened last week. We did not break out of the previous week's high, but we did break out of the previous week's low by 13 pips. High minus close for the rats, the red rats, 39. Close minus low was 184 for the green rats. For the weekly crossover traders, 129 high minus open for the upside, and 94 open minus low to the downside. So once again, just playing those horizontal lines can be profitable. Looking at our price action here, you can see we had a nice move when it closed below the double O. It screamed right back across here on the M30 chart. But okay, but lately things have dried up. I know I'm coming to you a little bit later in the day than normal, about 6 hours later. But you can see here there was some nice price action here. And looking at the 3 levels EZ with the lowest high and highest low, you can see we had a 3 ball here, and prices pulled down from there. We had a 3 ball at the bottom, and price ran up. And this time of day on a Friday, not really interested in entering any trades. Range for the month is 279. And take a quick look at where we are at the ATR percent. I think we're still slacking. Yeah, we're only at 59. And if we've been holding on to the trade since the first day, we're at 7.36%. Not a bad return, but once again, I like to point out we were over 10 in June, so sometimes just don't want to be too greedy. Okay, we can take a look here at the trade reminder for the month. Month's turning down. We got a lower high, lower low, and we are inside that lower wick zone for the month. For the week, we had a lower high and a lower low, but you can see here we've got a green bar, so that would be a sucker bar. Wouldn't take that signal. That sucker bar, if you remember when I did the state changes, so you can check out those videos. And for the day, buyers weak control, price between the wick zones at the moment. We exceeded the previous day's range by 14 pips. So nothing else that exciting. So fellow traders, I'm going to wrap this one up a little early today. I hope you had a profitable week. I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend. And I want you to always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.